Welcome to a world where creativity, craftsmanship, and the warm soul of nature come together to transform simple pieces of wood into breathtaking wall hangings and interior decor that turn any ordinary space into a sanctuary of style and comfort. And in today's journey, we dive deep into the heart of wooden wall art, exploring how humble blocks, reclaimed boards, carved panels, and hand-finished textures can elevate your home into a place that feels alive, personal, and beautifully connected to the natural world. So sit back, relax, and imagine with me as we begin this immersive creative experience. Wood has a language of its own, a quiet one, but powerful for those who take the time to listen. Every grain, every knot, every natural curve tells the story of years lived under sunlight, rain, wind, and time. When an artist or a home decorator transforms wood into wall decor, they are not just designing an object. They are highlighting the silent history written inside the tree itself. This is why wooden home decor has a timeless charm that no synthetic material can replace. It feels grounded, organic, familiar, and warm. In interior spaces, wood softens hardness, balances cold surfaces, and adds a natural harmony that instantly makes a room feel more lived in and emotionally inviting. These qualities create the foundation of wooden wall hanging crafts, turning them into powerful tools for decorating with intention and soul. Imagine walking into a living room where the wall is no longer just a structural element, but a living canvas that tells a story through textures, carved lines, geometric patterns, shadow play, and contrasting tones. Wooden wall hangings have the ability to act as both artwork and architecture, grounding the space with character while adding movement through the natural grain patterns that shift subtly under daylight or warm lamp glow. One of the magical secrets of wooden decor is how it interacts with light. The grooves and ridges of wood catch highlights differently, creating depth and dimension that make the wall feel sculpted rather than flat. Even small wooden crafts, a simple hanging board, an engraved plaque, an abstract arrangement of wooden slats, can make a powerful visual impact when thoughtfully placed. Professional interior designers love using wooden wall decor not just as decoration, but as a way to shape the emotional temperature of a room. Wooden tones evoke calmness and stability, especially when styled in bedrooms, hallways, or living spaces that need warmth. The presence of wood creates a psychological grounding effect, reminding us of forests, cabins, and peaceful natural settings. This is why wood wall hangings work beautifully in minimalist, Scandinavian, rustic, bohemian, industrial, and even ultramodern homes. The material adapts to any style simply by adjusting the texture, finish, and shape. A sleek, smooth, walnut-stained panel radiates modern luxury, while a rough reclaimed plank with visible imperfections captures rustic charm and authenticity. In creative crafting, wood becomes a limitless canvas. A simple board can be turned into carved artwork, burned designs, layered mosaics, engraved quotes, floating geometric pieces, textured wave forms, or even abstract sculptures that create shadows on the wall. The beauty of handmade wood decor is that every piece becomes one of a kind. Two different boards will never carry the same grain pattern, and two different artists will never carve with the same gesture. This uniqueness gives wooden wall hangings a personal identity that mass-produced decor can never achieve. This is also why people are willing to pay premium prices for handcrafted wood wall art. It feels personal, intentional, and meaningful. Now imagine stepping into a creative workshop, where the smell of sawdust floats in the air and light falls across sanded boards waiting to become works of art. Here, inspiration begins with touch. Running your fingers across the surface of raw wood reveals textures that will later guide the design process. Smooth areas perfect for carving, rough regions ideal for rustic finishes, and natural curves that can be integrated into the final artistic shape. Working with wood for wall decor requires patience and listening. The wood tells you what it wants to become. Some pieces call for being left raw to showcase their natural beauty, while others invite carving, staining, shaping, layering, or burning. Texture is one of the most powerful elements in wooden wall decor. While paint and posters hang flat, wooden art adds dimension. Each carved line, chiseled groove, layered block, or raised pattern creates a play of shadows that shifts throughout the day. This is why wooden decor feels alive. It reacts to light and interacts with space. Even a simple wave-patterned wooden panel creates a rhythmic flow on the wall, adding movement and softness to the room. Meanwhile, geometric patterns carved into wood create a sense of order and balance, blending naturally with modern interiors. Artists often combine smooth surfaces with rough textures to create contrast. A polished section that meets a rugged, untouched strip of wood creates emotional balance, symbolizing harmony between refinement and nature. Color also plays a huge role in the personality of wooden wall art. Natural tones are already beautiful, but stains and paints add another layer of storytelling. Light stains emphasize calmness and openness, making spaces feel bright and refreshing. Darker stains create intimacy and sophistication, grounding the room with a sense of strength. Burned wood, created through the ancient art of shu-sugi-ban, adds dramatic contrast and brings out the grain in striking patterns, turning even plain boards into high-impact decor pieces. Oil finishes enrich the depth of the wood's tone, while matte coatings provide a soft, elegant aesthetic. Gloss finishes create reflections that make the wood look luxurious and contemporary. One of the most inspiring aspects of wood wall hanging decor is the endless possibility for creativity. You can craft a simple piece using only small wood scraps, or create complex, large-scale wall installations that stretch across the entire width of a room. You can build abstract forms, nature-inspired shapes, woven wooden tapestries, layered 3D structures, or even panoramic wooden scenery. The flexibility of wood allows artists to carve emotions into the material, whether through flowing lines, symbolic shapes, or intricate details. Some artists use reclaimed wood and intentionally keep nail holes, cracks, and weathered marks visible. These imperfections become beautiful reminders of the wood's previous life, adding authenticity and emotional depth to the artwork. Wood wall decor doesn't just hang on walls, it transforms rooms. A single wooden piece above a sofa can become the soul of the entire living room. A textured wooden panel behind the bed can turn a plain bedroom into a luxury retreat. Wooden accents in hallways or entryways create welcoming energy, making guests feel instantly at home. Wooden wall hangings above dining tables add warmth that encourages conversation and comfort. The presence of wooden art in home offices or studios can bring creative energy and inspiration. The integration of handmade wooden decor into interior settings makes spaces feel curated, intentional, and filled with identity. Placement also carries an important role in how wooden wall decor influences a room. Large pieces anchor spaces and draw attention, while small wooden crafts create subtle charm and character. Floating wooden pieces add dimension through light and shadow. Multi-panel wooden art spreads visual rhythm across the wall, almost like a story unfolding piece by piece. Vertical wood art makes ceilings feel taller, while horizontal wooden designs widen the visual perception of the room. Thoughtfully placed wood decor can reshape a room's proportions, making it feel more balanced and harmonious. As we move toward the close of this creative exploration, remember that wood is not just a material, it is nature's handwriting, waiting to be shaped into art that enriches your home. The magic of wood wall hanging decor lies in its ability to blend craftsmanship, emotion, and environment into one experience. Whether you craft wooden art yourself or choose pieces from skilled artisans, each piece carries a heartbeat, a memory, a story, and a presence that turns your home into a warm and meaningful sanctuary. Thank you for joining this journey into the world of wooden wall art and interior craft decor. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more creative ideas, woodworking inspiration, and interior design storytelling. Until next time, keep crafting, keep imagining, and let the natural beauty of wood continue to shape the spaces where your life unfolds.